Okay, so today's lesson is perimeter of polygons, and we have our first polygon here. It's a rectangle. So we're going to use our formula to solve for the perimeter of this question. So the perimeter is equal to 2L plus 2W. Okay, so that is the formula for it. We also know that to calculate perimeter, you can just add up all four sides. All right, we're just getting into the habit of using the formula. So in this question, our length is 8.3. So we're going to substitute that in. So 2 times 8.3 plus 2 times W, which is 2 times 3.5. All right, and then we can put that into our calculators and just follow the BEDMAS rules. So 2 times 8.3, that gives me 16.6. Plus 2 times 3.5, which gives me 7. And then we just add the two together, which gives me 23.6. And make sure to use units. So in this case, it was centimeters. And it is a linear measurement, so it's just centimeters. It's not centimeters squared or centimeters cubed. Okay, let's try one with a circle. All right, so with a circle, and there's our diameter, and we're given 18 decimeters for our diameter. So remember, a diameter goes from one end of the circle through the center to the other side of the circle. So it hits 2 points on either end of the circle, but it has to go through the center to be the diameter. All right, so in this case then, we know our diameter is 18 decimeters. But we can also figure out our radius. Our radius is always half the diameter, and the radius is always from a point on the circle to the end of the circle, to a point on the circle. So from the center to an end point on the circle, it's always half the diameter. So radius would always be 18, or would always be diameter divided by 2, which would be 9 in this case. So you can use either formula for circumference. So remember, it's the circumference of a circle that is the diameter of a circle, circumference. So circumference is equal to pi d, or you can use circumference is equal to 2 pi r. All right, so if we were using pi d, and for grade 9, we just use 3.14 for pi, and 18 is the diameter. We put that into our calculator, and we get our answer to be 56.52 decimeters. All right, you can also use 2 pi r for circumference or diameter of a circle. So in this case, it would be 2 pi times 9. So same thing, 2 times 3.14 times 9, and you would still get 56.52 decimeters. All right, so we're looking here at example 3. What is the diameter of a circle with a circumference of 25.4 meters? So we can use our formula, which is C is equal to pi d. And in this case, we're given our circumference. Our circumference is 25.4 meters. So I'm just going to substitute that in for circumference. So we have 25.4 is equal to 3.14 times d. All right, to solve for d, then we have to divide by pi on both sides. So we're going to divide by 3.14 on both sides to be able to solve for D. Okay, so we're just going to put that into our calculator. 25.4 divided by 3.14, and that gives me 8.089. So I'm just going to round that to 8.1. So the diameter equals to 8.1 meters. Okay, so our next example, we have a regular hexagon, has a perimeter of 58.2 centimeters. What is the length of each side? So we know the perimeter is 58.2, and we know it's a hexagon, so therefore we know that the number of sides is going to be equal to 6. All right, and then what we need to figure out is S, is what is the length of each side. So that is basically what we are trying to solve for. So you can just use the formula that was given in the sheet, which looks like this. Perimeter is equal to N times S. We know that the perimeter is 58.2 is equal to 6S. And then to solve for S, you just have to divide by 6 on both sides. And that will give me that S is equal to 58.2 divided by 6, which is equal to 9.7 centimeters.